Alright, hello YouTube, and welcome to Barbara's Friendly Fracas. Now, we're doing things a little bit differently now that I've gone past the second Ascension quest, because some of these quests have become a little bit harder. I don't know if it was because of the of going past that threshold, or whether they've done AI update on the server side, but either way, I figured I'd spend a little bit more time explaining some of the strategy behind the deck that the AI is using and the deck that I'm using. So I'm playing against Barbara this time, and you can see that Barbara is paired up with Mona and Kaya. So my first thought when I saw this is that she might try to use Kaya as a freeze team, and she does do that sometimes. But most of the offense on her side is going to go through Mona. And that's reasonable because she has some very heavy hydro attacks. Now, Barbara herself doesn't do a lot of attacks, and that would be that would be what we would expect from her. Her normal attack does 1 hydro damage. She doesn't tend to use this too often. Let the Show Begin deals 1 hydro damage and summons a melody loop. The melody loop during the end phase heals all of her characters for 1 hit point, and it lasts for 2 rounds. Then comes Shining Miracle, which requires 3 energy for her. It heals all of her characters for 4 hit points instantly. So basically, if you're looking at Barbara's team and thinking to yourself, with her in the mix, things might get long. You're absolutely correct. If she is allowed to heal, this game will go. This round can go for the game can go for many rounds. In fact, the first time I played her, even though I won, I only won in the 11th round. So for me, I have this lineup that you've seen previously. I am going to be trying to power up D-Luke, because if his elemental burst, particularly if it's boosted by anything, can take any of her characters from 10 all the way down to 0, just like that. So, and that's kind of what we're kind of looking for. We don't want to do small attacks. We need to keep Barbara busy as much as possible. Now, one thing worth noting, if you're looking at the objectives, know that for the second objective, you have to beat Barbara within 6 turns. Normally, it tends to be 5. 1 turn isn't going to make that big of a difference. If you let Barbara go on a healing spree, yeah, you'll be here for a long time. So with the draw, I have added some things like star signs to give, and some of the leeway storytellers to give more energy to my deck. That basically will allow the bursts to happen earlier. I still do have D-Luke and Fischl, both which require 3 energy. So Kale is kind of a backup option in case my energy fails me. So I've already forgotten which dice I rolled, or maybe I haven't rolled any. Oh no, I'm still at. Never mind. I'm still at the character selection. Let's select Fischl. In the name of the since I have a good run of her cards right now. So we have 2 Pyro, 2 Dendro. I'm going to obviously re-roll these. I think I'll re-roll the Dendro ones as well, just to see if I can get some for Fischl. I got 2. Won't last me too long. Doesn't get me this. Don't have 3 of a kind anywhere. Giving Fischl 1 extra energy is actually not a bad idea. then I'll just attack just use her normal attack. So now she's got 2 energy. I can do one more normal attack to get her all the way up to 3.
Let the show begin.
Barbara's already got the melody loop out. So I'm out of dice now, so it's just a question of how much more she's going to do. Okay, so she put Mona up and then ended the round. So now I really want to get Electro. That'll do it. I'll keep the Pyro die because I know I have enough for Midnight Phantasmagoria already. That's definitely going to work. So Midnight Phantasmagoria will do quite a bit of damage. It'll do a really good number on Mona, which is a big win. Barbara's going to have trouble recovering from that. Let's see. Can I get the bow in? I think I can. It does use up all my Omni dice, but I think I can. Okay. Might have to sacrifice the library. Because I need. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of someone else that needed 4, but she needed 3 anyway. So, okay, so this is going to do 1 damage more for each character. So,
as you wish, main Fräulein.
Doesn't eliminate anyone. It's the only problem with that. I think for the other 2 dice, I'm going to put the Storyteller in, and then I'm going to switch to D. Let's go ahead and put the Storyteller in first, then switch to D-Luke. So the Storyteller gives him 1 energy, because that particular one gives him energy gives a character energy when you switch to them. Might not be a bad idea to play for. You can see Barbara and Mona are now back up to 5. But I went out first, so I should have a. Should I re-roll the Electro? I really need to push D-Luke now. That's not going to do anything. It's not going to do enough of what I want it to do. So this is only going to do 2 damage. So can I elemental? I guess I won't need this. So let's get rid of that. Well, that'll take care of Mona, and that's the big damage dealer for Barbara's strategy.
So. Oops, that wasn't the right play.
Although she can do quite a bit with Kaya if she puts her mind to it.
Dodge this.
D-Luke is frozen. Kind of expected that. Not really much I can do with anyone right now, but I can at least switch to Official. danger to this is that he is now fully charged. Trying to think of, could go for this one. Need to. I think I already put that on him. He already has Flowing Flame, so I don't need this card anymore. Then I guess I have to get rid of the artifact set as well. Hard to get rid of all that, but we need to. But we might need. We might need Oz. That's 3 points. We're down to 3 points for official. I can still switch to Kale and keep the injuries on the sideline. That's pretty much the play at this point. I can afford to lose one character, but I can't lose them both and still get all of the objectives done in one go. Keeping in mind that you don't necessarily have to get all of the objectives in one go. It is just something that's, if you can do it. Okay, so have star signs, so I can add energy to the current character. Have one of each. So I think I'm just going to roll the ones that don't match. Could possibly roll more. I was about to say I could roll more to give Kale some more breathing room. I think at this point, Official's kind of is a little bit more of the safer choice, and since her elemental burst attacks them both. So I don't need this anymore. I can get rid of the library if I need to. Sometimes, if you haven't noticed in previous videos, I have trouble seeing the far right side of the screen. So selecting an attack gives me a way to see it a little bit more clearly. Attacking with the skill probably be good because so let's go ahead and elemental tune these two cards. So we have a full 3. It's not going to get him completely out, but it'll bring him down to 1. And if he's the active character at the end of the turn, then Oz will finish him off if Barbara doesn't heal him. Now we're just down to this card. Still have 5 energy. I can play this on Kale. It's probably the safest thing to do, because if I try to switch it and play it on somebody else, Kaya has his elemental burst ready to go. So that gives her burst in the next round. And that's all I can do. I don't have any cards or dice left. Now there's the healing that I was a little worried about. That's one of the things that makes sense about Barbara having Mona in the same lineup, because it allows her to use the Hydra Resonance cards, one of which allows her extra healing. So I've got 2 Omni dice. I'm going to reroll the Electro die Well, I'll keep the pyro dice just in case. Oh, that was terrible. Okay, so Kaya is still up. Any attack will finish him off now. Definitely don't need to play that. Wang Xuan might be a good support card. Although when I'm playing against Barbara, I try to finish things off quickly. So after using this, I can still auto... Okay, yes, this should still work, because I can use the normal attack to get rid of Kaya. And then I can use the 2 cards that I have in my hand, Elemental Tune them to activate her burst. I want to save the burst for Barbara because she has more health. So yeah. So Kaya's out.
This is fine. I'll think of something.
So Barbara still needs to get 1 more energy for her to use her burst. As long as she doesn't get that.
Let's dance.
So Let the Show Begin doesn't activate until the end of the round. So we're still good. I'm going to have to get rid of both of these so I can do the Elemental Burst. It's not going to be enough, but it will put Colin Amber in play, and I'll still have 2 dice to do what? She's got 2 libraries now. That's just a normal attack. Oh, there's nothing I can do. No. She's playing strategize, so she's still got dice left. That's the other thing is I can't really... Well, there you go.
Has everyone stopped singing?
I forgot that Colin Amber can do that much damage. But anyway, that is... that was that. But that. Hopefully that gives you a good way of... good idea on how to defeat Barbara. Overall, I have tried using Barbara in some of my decks. She's not a good option if you're going to try to win quickly, but if you're willing to just grind it out, she can heal your deck pretty quickly, which will allow you to use some of your support cards to do other things. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Twitch, and I will see you in the next video.